Traveling in the Reach is dangerous. You need a good carriage. City of Markarth sure is a beauty. No doubt about that. It's an old city. Legends say dwarves built it first. Then after they vanished, the natives moved in. Finally, the Nords took over around Tiber Septim's time. That bent a few folks' arms the wrong way. They just called themselves the people of the Reach. A lot of common blood with the Bretons by the looks of them. Used to have their own kingdom till the Nords came. Now they're at the bottom of the hay pile. That's right, at least according to them scholars. Stonework's clearly not Nord, that much is for sure. Old elven fella named Calcimo, up in Understone Keep's the one you want to talk to for more about that. Wrote all those books. That's right. Whole group of the natives called the Forsworn rose up against the Nords. Drove them out. Then Ulfric Stormcloak came with his militia. That must have been a sight to see him shooting folks to death. You'd think that'd be the end of it, but those Forsworn are still in the hills, and they're as wild as wolves. Good day.
Need a trained war dog? Fiercest companion money can buy. A war dog is good company and good protection. Don't fall. I like the loyalty of a dog, not as... Don't fall.
That would be Jarl Igmund. Young for a ruler of the Hold, especially the Reach. Wasn't surprising he stayed loyal to the Empire. His father helped capture Ulfric Stormcloak after the Markarth incident. It's the whole reason Ulfric revolted against the Empire. Well, the first reason, anyway. Forsworn had taken over Markarth, and Ulfric and his men drove them out. Empire promised they'd be free to worship Talos afterwards. Pity no one told the elves. Whole group of those Thalmor came, and they demanded Ulfric's arrest. Before the Nords came, we worshipped the old gods, had our own kingdom. Times have been good and bad since then, but some folks couldn't handle not ruling their own land. Those are the Forsworn. The Forsworn follow the old ways, but some of those were best forgotten. Blood sacrifices, communing with Daedra. It's the road to ruin. May the crags fail to trip your feet.
A war dog is good company and good protection.
First time in Markarth, traveler. Take my advice. If you see anything, don't get involved. The city guard will take care of it. See? There you go, getting involved. Don't ask too many questions in Markarth. Safer for everyone that way. Head on in. Keep your nose clean and you won't have any problems with us. This is Markarth, traveler. Safest city in the Reach.
A bit of jewelry for your journey home? Oh, this pendant, huh?
I can die for my people.
By the Divines, the Forsworn are here in the city!
Everyone, stay back. The Markarth City Guard have this all under control. There are no Forsworn here.
Did you see that, madman? a Forsworn agent, here in the city.
Gods. A woman attacked right on the streets. Are you alright? Did you see what happened? I'm so sorry. I hope the aid give you more peace in the future. Oh, I think you dropped this. Some kind of note. Looks important. My note? No, that's yours. Must have fallen out of your pocket. No. I was just getting some fresh air. Had one too many pints of mead at the Silver Blood Inn.
I have to wonder. What does the Dragonborn do once he's been summoned by the Greybeards? Can the Thum be taught?
Think he worked down at the smelter. A lot of laborers there are sympathetic to the Forsworn. They promise people they'll kill off all the Nords that rule over the Reach. Nothing but murderers and saboteurs. This has ruined my entire day.
By the gods, that man nearly killed me. You saved my life. Thank you. Here. I was gonna bring this to my sister, but I think you should have it. No. I don't have any idea. I was just shopping for a pendant for my sister back in the Imperial City. I've heard of them. Something about the men who live in the hills and attack caravans. I'm sorry. I don't know anymore. I'm just visiting here from Cyrodiil. Until next time.
He tried to kill Margaret, right in front of me. No. She's such a nice woman. Comes by every day looking for jewelry for her family in Cyrodiil. Is it because she's a noble? Why would anyone want to kill her? It doesn't make any sense. What's happening to this city?
What do you need?
Did you see that, madman? A Forsworn agent, here in the city.
Come on in. The Silver Blood Inn has plenty of strong drink and clean rooms.
Songs are just old memories that help the mead go down quicker. What can an old skull do for you, huh? That's about the truth of it. Write tales about the sights I've seen, the battles I've fought. Earned quite a name for myself when I was younger. The Bard's College still teaches some of my work to their students. It's a school that teaches music, poetry, that sort of thing. Most bards in Skyrim have been to the college at some point. If you're thinking of applying, talk to Viarmo in Solitude. Good fighting too.
This is the If I can't get you something, I'm sure my wife will bellow at me until I can. Did you hear? The Hall of the Dead is closed. Brother Veralis isn't the most popular man in town right now. Degane the Beggar got himself kicked out of the Temple of Dibella. Caused quite the ruckus. Degane the Beggar got himself kicked out of the Temple of Dibella. Caused quite the ruckus.
Now you just tell me if you need something. I should remind Clever to clean this place up. Nothing.
You don't know anything about this house? No. Anyone seen entering or leaving?
Any strange lights or unusual noises?
It's abandoned, and it's always been abandoned.
Excuse me, do you know anything about this house? Seen anyone enter or leave? Seems no one in this city has. I'm with the Vigil of Stendarr. We believe this house might have been used for Daedra worship, evil rites, and so forth. Thank you for your time.
Bloody enough for you, outsider? Markarth, is it bloody enough for you? If I was threatening you, believe me, you'd know it. You outsiders never learn. If the Forsworn don't get you, the guards will throw you in Sidna mine to work your fingers off. Think that's water in the river? Blood and silver are what flows through Markarth, friend. It's right there in the name of the most powerful family in Markarth, the Silverbloods. They have a whole mine filled with prisoners to dig up silver ore, get smelted by workers they pay, and they own half the city. I work for them. The inn is named after them. When the guards make an arrest, they check with them first. No, I live in a nice house in solitude, where the air isn't filled with smoke from the silver smelters, and golden-haired girls shine my shield. Been here ever since I left the Bard's College. Turns out a few muscles earn more gold than a damn loot. The Silverbloods pay me, let me crack a few skulls, and keep the guards off my back. That's all I need. Yeah.
I'm sorry to drag you into Markarth's problems, but after that attack in the market, I'm running out of time. You're an outsider. You're dangerous looking. You'll do. You want answers? Well, so do I. So does everyone in the city. A man goes crazy in the market. Everyone knows he's a Forsworn agent. Guards do nothing. Nothing but clean up the mess. This has been going on for years, and all I've been able to find is murder and blood. I need help. Please, you find out why that woman was attacked, who's behind Waylon and the Forsworn, and I'll pay you for any information you bring me. Once you've found out anything, come straight to me. She's not from Markarth. The air about her screamed outsider. Visitors to the city usually stay at the Silverblood Inn. He was one of the smelter workers. I used to have a job down there myself, casting silver ingots. I never knew much about Waylon, except he lives in the Warrens, like all the other workers. They're remnants of the old rulers of Markarth, natives of the Reach, followers of the old ways. The Nords drove them out of the city, Ulfric Stormcloak and his men. That was about 20 years ago. But somehow they're still here, and they're killing people. Yes, it all started when I was a boy. My father owned one of the mines, rare for anyone who isn't a Nord. He was killed. Guards said it was just a madman, but everyone knew the murderer was a member of the Forsworn. I've been trying to find out why ever since. Gotten nowhere so far. And then I got married. Have a child of my own on the way. I swore I was going to just give up for my child's sake, but it's like my father's ghost is haunting me, asking me why. Be careful who you talk to.
I'm gonna be a silversmith one day, like my mother and father. Being an apprentice is great, I get to swing a hammer at things. Mama doesn't like me jumping up and down in the house. But I can't help it, I swear. Need something? Hi there.
Blood and silver, friend. Blood and silver.
My wife Kira runs our jewelry stall in
The fine. Are you looking for a gift for a friend, perhaps? Or a lover? Please, I don't want to talk about it. All that blood. If you want answers, ask at the inn. She told me she was staying there. My family came here centuries ago. We made a good living smithing the silver that flows through the city. But you probably wanted to know about the fancy carvings and stonework, didn't you? Travelers always do. Here, I have a delivery I need to make to Calcimo. Why don't you take it to him? He knows the history of Markarth better than anyone. Thank you. He can be a bit difficult, but I'm sure he'll appreciate your help. Come back if you need it. Perhaps. Beautiful things for beautiful people. All right, then.
Don't try to haggle with me. Buy or leave.
Give a crippled worker a helping
Who?
hand.
You mean that woman who was attacked in the market the other day? Don't know her. Guards dragged that Forsworn's body away, though. Last we'll hear of that. Do I look like a guide? Only thing I do is sell meat. Are you going to buy or not?
Redguard craftsmanship.
Come back when you need more meat. Bring.
What can I do for you?
Best offense is a good defense, am I right?
Come on in. The Silverblood Inn has plenty of strong drink and clean rooms.
I'm sorry. I'm still a bit dizzy from everything. Just visiting. I had some business here, that's all. Was it that obvious? Damn. I must be losing my touch. I'm one of General Tullius's agents. I was sent to investigate the Treasury House and the Silverblood family. They own Sidna Mine, one of the toughest jails in Skyrim. I was hoping I could buy or steal the deed, but I don't think that's how things work here. Mark my words. Thonar Silverblood was behind that attack in the market. Somehow. Rather not talk. I have to head back to Cyrodiil soon.
Come on in. The Silverblood Inn has plenty of strong drink.
Oh, it's you. The one from the market. No. I was just buying jewelry for my sister in Cyrodiil. I've never even seen that man before. Not much. One moment I was buying a necklace and the rest is just a blur. Just visiting. I had some business here, that's all. Was it that obvious? Damn. I must be losing my touch. I'm one of General Tullius's agents. I was sent to investigate the Treasury House and the Silverblood family. They own Sidna Mine, one of the toughest jails in Skyrim. I was hoping I could buy or steal the deed, but I don't think that's how things work here. Mark my words. Thonar Silverblood was behind that attack in the market. Somehow. Rather not talk. I have to head back to Cyrodiil soon.
Now you just tell me if you need something. I should remind Clever to clean this place up. Nothing, you pig-headed oaf.
You. I've seen you snooping around, asking questions. Back off. You don't want to know what happens to troublemakers here.
The bloodiest beef in the Reach.
You're finding it. That's bad enough. This is your last warning, outsider. We keep the peace here. Stay out of our business.
You want to cut of venison or mutton?
What am I
Of course
supposed to do? Never leave the house?
You've been warned, outsider.
You're closing the stall, and that's fine.
You've been warned, outsider.
Now, out of fear? Is that what we're going to teach our daughter?
Mama, why are you and Papa?
Excuse me, do you know anything about this house? Seen anyone into it?
The city's got eyes. Be careful when you're out there. So the clues point to the treasury house then. That makes sense. Thonar is involved in every facet of the city. Here's the gold I promised. Keep following the trail and there will be more in it for you. Be careful who you talk to.
I worked with my father, his father before.
Finest jewelry in all of Markarth.
Bloodiest beef in the Reach.
The Warrens isn't a place for your type. What do you want? Oh yes. I know everyone who sleeps in the Warrens. Kind of the one who passes the keys around. I guess someone else will be taking his room now. Sorry, but you don't exactly belong here. Now, don't get all upset. Here, take it. All right then.
don't know anyone here who doesn't have rattles or ataxia.
Yes? That's right. Welcome to Markarth, traveler. Thank the Divines you can choose to live somewhere else. It's where you go when you can't afford a room anywhere else. About the time they opened the mines, someone got the idea to throw beds in here. Laborers, the sick, the lame, we're all here. Until next time.
You've been digging around where you don't belong. It's time you learned a lesson. Someone who doesn't like you asking questions. You again. Guess you need another lesson, huh? Come on, let's see what you're made of.
You won't get away from me. Son of a... Do your worst. That's all you got. You're making me angry.
Septum's on the big one.
Not so tough now, are you? Last mistake.
You have committed crimes against Skyrim and your people. What say you in your defense? Smart man. Now, come along with us. We'll take any stolen goods, and you'll be free to go. After you pay the fine, of course. Until next time.
You again. Guess you need... Let's go. Let's go. Come on, let's see what you're made of.
What do you think you're doing? Being attacked?
Be careful.
Warrens ain't for you. Trust me. I'm getting out of here.
the order of the Jarl. Stop right there. Smart man. Now come along with us. We'll take any stolen goods and you'll be free to go. After you pay the fine, of course. Until next time.
Blood and silver, friend. Blood and silver.
The city's got eyes. Nepos the Nose? He's been in Markarth forever. And he's well respected among the natives of the Reach. Good work. Here's your gold. I have a feeling Nepos gets his own orders, though. If you find out, I'll have more for you. Be careful who to.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something. In the old fort near
Excuse me. What's your business here? We haven't been expecting you, and the old man needs his rest. Come back some other time.
Wait. It's okay, my dear. Send him in.
Yes, Nepos. You heard him. Go on in.
Yes?
I'm sorry about my housekeeper. She's a little protective of me. Now, what is it you want? Ah, yes. You've proven to be a real bloodhound. Well, you've sniffed me out. I've been playing this game for almost 20 years. Sending the young to their deaths. All in the name of the Forsworn. And I'm tired. So tired. Because my king told me to. Madanach. When the uprising fell at the hands of the Nords, they threw him in the mines. I don't know how, but he lives. I get his messages, and I hand out his orders without question. Markarth and the Reach are our lands. That is why we are the Forsworn. We cannot claim the home that is rightly ours. But then, during their war with the Elves, we had our moment. We drove the Nords out of the Reach in a great uprising. Then Ulfric and his men came. Those of us who didn't run were executed, except for myself, my king, and a handful of others. He is the King in Rags, a man who once held all the Reach within his grip. He stokes the passions of the downtrodden in this city, directs them to kill the enemies of the Forsworn in our name. All from inside Sidna Mine, a Nord prison. The irony is quite thick. My dear boy, what makes you think you're getting out of here alive? You were seen coming in. The girl at the door is a Forsworn agent masquerading as a maid. You aren't the first one to have gotten this far. You won't be the last. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. We're only interested in helping our patrons. It's an old family, very well respected throughout the Reach. The Silverbloods run nearly all the lands in this hold, as well as the local inn. And of course they own Sidna Mine, the finest prison and source of silver in Skyrim. You want Thonar Silverblood. He handles all the family business. If you're here to talk politics, though, you'd want his brother, Thongvor. He spends most of his time in Understone Keep. For one, the landowners of the Reach. It goes without saying that they rely heavily on us for our silver and support. All the miners, farmers, and laborers in the Reach get their daily wages through us. Nepos the Nose handles that part of our business. He has a way with the workers. I'm afraid he's asked not to be disturbed. He has important business. Go. Go right ahead, then. Don't let me keep you. I have records I need to tend to.
You just let old Nana know if you need anything.
I'm married to Thonar Silverblood. Keep that in mind while you're speaking to me. My dear Vagrant, we're the only family worth knowing in Markarth. We own everything in this city, even the jail. And guess who owns the Silverblood Inn? Not that we named it that. The people just insisted. He's the real head of this family. He may not be the eldest, but all the work that keeps us respected is handled by my Thonar. Yes, I was bored talking to you anyway.
What are you doing here? I told them no visitors. They're crazy. Think they rule the Reach. Well, guess who really runs things around here? Me. I own the mines. I make the coin pass through the right hands. That answer your damn questions. Now get out. What? By the gods, Setrin!
Thought I heard something.
Blood and silver, friend. Blood and silver.
I'm just a servant. Don't pay me any mind.
My wife. They killed her. Damn Madanach. Damn his forsworn backside. No, you're not. You want to know what the Forsworn really are? They're my puppets. I have their king rotting in Sidna Mine. He was supposed to keep them under control. When their uprising was crushed, I had Madanach brought to me. He was a wild animal, but a useful one. I offered him a stay from execution if he used his influence to deal with any annoyances that came up. Competitors, agents, idiots. So I've let him run his little Forsworn rebellion from inside Sidna Mine. Now he's out of control. My prison, the source of half the silver in Skyrim, the most secure prison in Tamriel. No one escapes. I thought keeping Madanach down there would keep him under control. Madanach, the king in rags. While we were off fighting the elves in the Great War, Madanach was busy ruling over the Reach. Until Ulfric came and put them down. You already got what you wanted, you damn hound. This is your fault. You and Madanach are animals, and I'll see you both rot to death in Sidna Mine for this. Now get out of my house. Get out of my house. Now.
I've got your back. You lead, I'll follow.
you just had to go and cause trouble. Now you have to pin all these recent murders on you. Silence witnesses. Work, work, work. We have a nice arrangement in this city, and we're not letting you get in the way. You have a problem with that? Take it up with Markarth. I'm sure the King in Rags and his Forsworn would love to meet you. Now you're coming with us. It's a life sentence in Sidna Mine for you. You'll never see the sun again. You hear me? No one escapes Sidna Mine. No one.
All right, prisoner. Eyes front. You're in Sidna Mine now, and we expect you to earn your keep. There's no resting your hide in a cell in this prison. Here you work. You'll mine ore until you start throwing up silver bars. You got it? You won't. The Jarl has ordered a life sentence for you. Get comfortable in the dark, 'cause you'll never see the sun again. All right. Open her up. Now you, get down there.
What are you in for, new blood? Innocent. So was I, for the first one. The other murders were all me, though. My advice? Serve your time at the pickaxe and get out. You don't want to end up getting a shiv in the guts over a bottle of skooma. If you're asking, that means you're the new lifer. Tough luck, friend. Those guards sold you out, but good. No one talks to Markarth, I'm afraid. Not without getting past Borkul the Beast. And you don't want to talk to Borkul the Beast. Markarth's guard. Big, even for an orc. Heard he ripped a man's arm off and beat him to death with it. He's old-fashioned like that. Small blade, easy to hide. I mean, sure, you could just swing a pickaxe into someone's face, but people tend to see that coming. Got a problem with a prisoner? Get a shiv. Here Grisvar has a spare, if you could get him to part with it. They come in here once a week to clean out the bodies, grab any ore we've mined, and beat down the troublemakers. That's the only time when we get food, too. And if there's not enough ore mined up, we don't get any. Bottles of moon sugar. Khajiit use it as a pick-me-up. Good way to pass the time. Prisoners smuggle the stuff in. Only currency we have down here. A Nord nobleman I served was stabbed in the night. Wasn't me, but I knew I'd be blamed. So I ran. Joined the Forsworn, started killing, got caught. Now I'm here. Because life was better under the old ways. No Nords and their laws. One day the Forsworn will paint the walls of Markarth in your kinsman's blood. Best you not be there on that day, Nord. All right then.
The new meat. So soft, tender. What was it like killing your first one, huh? Liar. Murder, banditry, assault, theft, and lollygagging. Guards brought me in about 12 years ago. Was running a good group of bandits up until then. But these Forsworn, they're nothing like the men I cobbled together. They're real killers. You want to talk to the king in rags? Fine. But first you gotta pay the toll. How about you get me a shiv? Not that I need one, but it's nice to have one in case I need to do some shaving. Then find one. That dung-heap Grisvar's been known to make a few.
Jarl decided I was too much of a problem. Threw me in here with the Forsworn. I got locked up one too many times. The first time, thieving. The second time, thieving. The third time, thieving. It kinda keeps going like that. First it was 6 months, then a year, then 2 years. Now I'm in for life. Ah, you want protection? I can get you what you need. Maybe you could do something for me first. Duok has a bottle of skooma, finest distilled moon sugar. I'm shaking just thinking about it. All right, but if you change your mind, not like we're going anywhere. Ah, maybe you could do something for me. Thank you, friend. Don't worry. I'll have that shiv ready for you. Uh-huh.
I was sent here because someone said I was a Forsworn. Guards say I murdered someone. I was just sleeping off some meat in my aunt's house. That didn't stop them from arresting me. I didn't even know who they said I killed. A couple of years. I wasn't a Forsworn when I came, but I joined up when I got in. Easier that way. All right, then.
I swear, if I ever get out of here, I'm giving up
innocent.
Really?
No one's framed me. I was no that murder weapon.
Don't reach for a shiv around me or we'll both regret it. I don't want to talk about it. Long enough. Till next time.
I left behind my daughter, Uale, when I was taken. How old is...
You serve your time. Ready to pay the toll? 1 shiv. Those eyes. All right, killer, go on through. But don't try anything. Monarch knows more than you think. Until next time.
Well, well, look at you. Your kinsmen have turned you into an animal, Nord. A wild beast caged up and left to go mad. Well, well, look at you. Your kinsmen have turned you into an animal, Nord. A wild beast caged up and left to go mad. So, my fellow beast, what do you want? Answers about the Forsworn? Revenge for trying to have you killed? Your freedom? Yes. But even if you were to escape Sidna Mine, your name would still be stained with all that blood. You're one of us now, you see? A slave. The boot of your kinsman stepping on your throat. Maybe if you understood that, I could help you. There's a man named Breg inside these mines. Besides me, he's been here the longest. Tell him I sent you. Ask him why he's here. I want you to know how widespread the injustice of Markarth is. This was our land. We were here first. Then the Nords came and put chains on us, forbid us from worshipping our gods. Some of us refused to bow. We knew the old ways would lead us back to having a kingdom of our own. That is who we are. The Forsworn. Criminals in our own lands, and we will cut a bloody hole into the Reach until we are free. I had Markarth. My men and I drove the Nords out. We had won. So we thought. Retribution was swift. I was captured, quickly tried, and sentenced to death. But my execution never came. Dhonar's Silverblood stopped it. He wanted the Forsworn at his call, that I would point their rage at his enemies and spare his allies. And I have. Humiliating at first, but I knew he would let his guard down eventually, that he would come to trust I was under control. Our event will come.
Fight well.
I left behind my daughter, Uale, when I was taken.
Jarl decided I got locked up one too many times. Now I'm in for life.
Don't reach for a shiv around me or we'll both regret it. What do you want? Of digging to do. My story, huh? Everyone in Sidna Mine has a tale. Let's hear yours first. When was the first time you felt chains around your wrists? So you know what it's like to have your life in someone else's hands. Why should they get to decide? Isn't judgment for the gods? Do you have any family? Anyone waiting for you on the outside? I had a daughter once. She'd be 23 this year. Married to some hot-headed silver worker, or maybe on her own, learning the herb trade. The Nords didn't care who was and who wasn't involved in the Forsworn uprising. I had spoken to Madanak once. That was enough. But my little Aethra didn't want to see her papa leave her. She pleaded to the Jarl to take her instead. And after they made me watch as her head rolled off the block, they threw me in here anyway to dig up their silver. I'm not Madanak. I was never a leader of the Forsworn. The only anger I can justify is my own. But every family in the Reach has a story like mine. There are no innocent onlookers in this struggle, just the guilty and the dead. My daughter is the one who needs your pity. I'm just a poor Forsworn whose only regret is not killing more Nords before I was locked up. Till next time.
Jarl decided I was too much of a problem. Threw me in here with the Forsworn.
I left behind Uale when I was taken.
Other prisoners get suspicious when we talk to each other, so keep it down. I'm a Forsworn. One of our raids went bad and I got captured. Would have been fine dying for the Reach with my kinsmen, but the Silverbloods want their ore mine, so they threw me in here. Year 7, I think. Surprised I haven't cut my own throat out by now, but something keeps me going. You give me one more look, and I cut you open. That skoomer's mine. Getting the shakes, huh? All right, take it. Old gods keep you. See you. Whenever I get out of here, I'm gonna kill a Nord.
Here's your shiv. Promise you won't ever use it on me, okay? All right.
Do you remember the sun? Because you'll forget. Soon. Yeah, imagine hearing a story like that over and over. Each time a different family. Each time a different injustice. Your meddling above ground reminded me of how removed I've been from the struggle. My men and I should be in the hills, fighting. Huh. You know, I'm almost beginning to like you, but you haven't earned your place out of here yet. Have you met Grisvar the Unlucky? He's rightly named, and he's also a thief and a snitch. He's outlived his minor usefulness. Take care of him, and then we can leave Sidna Mine for good. Remember, it was the Nords who locked you up.
Inside Sigma Mind tell me that Markarth is dead. You've You've done a great service to the Silver Blood family. I've had the Jarl officially pardon you and take care of a few other loose ends. Yes, you're innocent. As innocent as anyone can be in the city. I guess we also owe you something for locking you up. Here, the family's ring, and everything the guards confiscated from you. Now if you'll excuse me, I have a mine that needs new workers to fill it.